Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, Poverty Hill Adventures. Today's video is going to be an odds and ends video, or as I like to call it, an oddments video. This one will be oddments number 92. I'd like to start out the video by answering a viewer's question. A viewer had a question regarding how the pole in the one-pole hunter tent that you've seen in a lot of videos connected with the roof of the tent. And I hope these pictures here help that viewer understand how the two connect. It's a very simple setup and very secure. I've used that tent in all sorts of weather, and I've never had an issue with how that pole connects to the tent. Trail camera pictures. Trail camera picture time. Hey, we finally got some trail camera pictures. It's been quiet. I haven't had much on the trail cameras, and a couple of them I've just been staying away from because I didn't want to disturb the area before hunting season. However, I did a trail camera check this morning, and I've got some nocturnal pictures of some deer, some nice bucks starting to show up. It's been very warm during the day, which I think more than likely the bucks and does and just things in general have been laying low during the day and doing most of their movement at night. Beech trees, beech trees. Beech trees get a bad rap. They really do. A lot of folks don't like beech trees, but beech trees are extremely important to the environment. The leaves on beech trees are food for hundreds of caterpillars. Those caterpillars, in turn, are food for all sorts of songbirds. The beech nuts that fall each fall from beech trees are food for bear, deer, turkey, grouse, fox, chipmunks, squirrels. They're a very nutritious nut, high in fat, and they help a lot of critters out. So the next time somebody bad mouths a beech tree, you tell them, leave my beaches alone. The list of names on the acts of kindness saw is complete. We were able to fill up the whole list here. There's probably close to 50 names on the saw now. And as many of you remember, in order to qualify to get your name on the Poverty Hill Acts of Kindness list, all you had to do was leave a comment and promise to do something nice for someone. It didn't matter what you did as long as it was something nice for somebody. You maybe visit an elderly shut-in, take a kid fishing, bring in your neighbor's trash cans, you name it, give a fishing pole to somebody who doesn't have one, take someone fishing who doesn't have the opportunity. Teach somebody the skills that you have. And I'm extremely pleased that this list is filled up. And as I promised, I'm going to go hang this list on this old saw out in the forest. And I'd like you to join me for the ceremony of hanging the Acts of Kindness list. Come on along. In the very beginning of this video, there's a picture of a little creek, and I painted a picture. I painted a picture of the picture that's at the beginning of this video. So over the summer, and I recently gifted that picture to someone. I was uncertain how they would like the painting. The creek is special to them also, and I was just super happy with their reaction to my gift to them. Giving gifts, that's the best, I mean, receiving gifts is okay, but giving them, giving something of to someone else is very special. And I was extremely happy with their reaction when I gave them this painting, and they're going to hang it up in their home, which to me is just wonderful. So giving, especially now at this time of year with the holidays coming up, that old saying, it's better to give than to receive, it's true. You hear the term possible bag, haversack, and I wanted to show everybody my possible bag and what I carry in it. It varies some from time to time, throughout the year, but these are the essentials that I carry. Everyone's possible bag is going to be a little different, but this is what I carry. Here is my possibles bag. It's made out of waxed canvas. It's about a foot by foot. It has a flap on it that's held down with these two brass buttons. The flap has a protective layer of leather. Everything's been waxed, and it's pretty waterproof. Got a woven wool strap. First off, in this little buckskin pouch is a fire kit. Flint and steel fire making kit with some char cloth and some tinder. A piece of a broken magnifying glass if it's sunny out in summertime. I guess I'm cheating with the plastic bag, but I have a little extra tinder here just in case. And a beeswax candle stub. That's the fire making kit. In this little pouch here, I have a little tin for charring materials for fire making. The lid lifts off. You put your whatever you're going to char in here, whether it's cloth or tinder fungus or punky wood. You put it in there, and it's got a little hole in the lid and a matching hole in the tin. You put in whatever you're going to char. You line up those two holes. You put it on the fire, and once the smoke stops coming out of that hole, your material has been charred. Give it a little twist that seals it. So a little tin for making charred material for fire making. This is kind of a nice option. You don't really need to carry something like this, but this is a little candle lantern here. This swings out. It's all caked with wax right now, but it swings out and it sits like so. Nice to have a little light. Inside there, I've got some slivers of what they call fat wood, which is pine, which has a lot of resin in it, and it's a good fire starter. This here is not historically correct, but in a pinch, I don't want to I don't want to die being historically correct. So this is a ferro rod, just in case the other methods of fire making fail. I've got a little wood spoon that I carved. This is a salt and pepper container with made out of an antler. This was made by a good friend of mine, Ron. It's just he's got a little turtle scrimshaw on there. Very, very cool. Little brass compass and sundial. A wing bone turkey collar. This here is a sewing kit. It's sometimes referred to as a housewife. So I've got a housewife in my possibles bag. So don't tell my wife. I don't think she knows. And in this little kit is some needles, little scissors, a bobbin of thread, some buttons. Just a simple sewing kit. That kit was made by our friend Rob. Does just beautiful work, Rob does. I carry an extra knife in the bag. Carbon steel, antler handle. The last thing I got in here is this little bag made out of pillow ticking. And in that I have, there's some soap, a couple bars of lye soap. A fishing kit with some couple of corks, some linen line, and some hooks. Another bar of soap. And a comb. Get the bugs out of your beard before you go to town. And lastly, I have a toothbrush. So that's what I carry in my possibles bag. Everybody's possible bag is going to be a little different. And I do change this depending on what time of the year it is. It's not to be confused with a hunting bag, which would be your muzzle loading supplies, you know, round ball, patches, maybe whatever else, extra flints, whatever, for your flintlock. This is just a general purpose bag that was carried by a lot of the mountain men and the colonial folks, the long hunters. It was fairly common. I've tried to keep mine somewhat historically correct, but like I said, there's a few things in here that you know, are not historically correct, but I carry them anyways. So there you have it, a possibles bag for the what could possibly go wrong scenario. Many of you are probably very familiar with a flint and steel fire making. But I'm sure there might be somebody out there that's not familiar. So, flint and steel fire making. Here's the steel. It's a carbon steel, a hardened carbon steel. And here is a stone. Might be flint, chert, something like that, with a sharp edge on it. And in order to get what a lot of people wrongly refer to as a spark, it's not a spark. What it is a heated piece of steel that you shave off with this stone here, this sharp stone. And when you strike that, the energy from striking it gets that piece of steel glowing red hot. So a lot of times people refer to it as a spark, but it's not necessarily a spark. And what you do is you hopefully this shows up on the camera. You strike that steel at an angle with a sharp piece of stone. The stone is harder than the steel, and it shaves off a little tiny sliver of steel, and that is glowing red hot from the flint, the steel, or the stone hitting it. Now, in order to capture that energy of that glowing piece of steel that you cut off, you want to use a charred material. This happens to be char cloth. It could be charred punky wood. It could be charred tinder fungus. There's all sorts of things you can use. What you're going to do is you're going to strike the flint on the steel, and that glowing piece of red hot steel will ignite, not ignite, it will catch in the charred material. There you go. As you can see, that charred material is now very hot, glowing. And you're going to take some sort of tinder and make what they call a bird's nest. And you're going to put that in there. And in order for it to ignite, it needs oxygen. You're going to blow on it. And you have fire. Well, I suppose that's about it for this Odds and Ends Oddments video. I appreciated y'all coming by. And until next time, everybody, take care. Thanks for watching. And remember to keep on trucking. And believe in yourself, even when no one else does. And if you're a hunter, be safe out there, and you know, make sure you don't fall out of your tree stand or get hurt. And nah, that's it. I got nothing more. See ya.